Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, where we today want to enter Orchis Tower to do our guard duty there. So, we're scheduled to meet up with Dudley on the first floor at noon. We still have a little bit of time, but maybe we should head in now? Upon entering Orchis Tower, you'll be unable to buy new equipment and items or upgrade your orbments. Additionally, be warned that all outstanding quests will expire. Enter. Wow. Get a load of this place. It's like high-tech meets fancy living. This feels even more futuristic than the IBC building. Every floor is wired up to the orbital network as well. There's also a direct line to the IBC for instant updates on stock market prices. I heard about that. Uncle Dieter insisted on it. A true economist to the end, he is banking on the brain even as a statesman. Well, all we can do now is wait for Dudley to come pick us up. The conference isn't open to the general public, so why don't we have a seat over there? At 12? There you are. Hello, Dudley. We're ready for the assignment. It's noon sharp. The trade conference begins at 1 PM. As for dignitaries, they'll be here in around 30 minutes' time. Got it. Where should we make our way for now in that case? I would have preferred to familiarize you with the venue myself, but there's been a change of plans. I came to let you know that someone else will be showing you around. Someone else, meaning? Good days, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming today. Mayor Crois. Uncle? Hey, LoH! How long has it been? A few weeks or so? Hello to you too, Vazi and Noel. It's been far too long since I've seen you, Randy. Theo, welcome back. Appreciate it. It's good to see you again. Yes, it is, but what are you doing here? The conference starts in less than an hour. Is it really okay for you to take the time out to greet us? Nonsense, preparations are just about finished. We're simply waiting for dignitaries to arrive in the meantime. I thought showing you around the building would make for a good break of sorts. I trust this is alright with you, Dudley? As you say, Mr. Mayor. See to it that you don't do anything to embarrass yourself in front of him. Once you're done, come to the security command room on the 34th floor. Understood. They are all yours, Mr. Mayor. I'll see the rest of you soon. You have my gratitude. He's a talented detective, but a little inflexible, isn't he? Well, perhaps it's that particular quality that makes him so good at his work. The First Division does have a reputation for doing things by the book, after all. Wait a minute, I forgot the most essential of all tour procedures. Ladies and gentlemen of the SSS, welcome to Orchis Tower. Follow me if you would. Same as ever. Yes, and the apple we call Mariabel didn't fall far from this tree. Maybe, but it is nice of him to show us around personally before the conference. It sure is. Let's take him up on his offer. In just 1 hour, the main session of a conference will finally begin. I'll be down here handling communications between city officials during the proceedings. The thing is, I'm a tad nervous. This whole event is going to be a lot of responsibility. Hello everyone, this is the Orchis Tower reception desk. The security command room upstairs has told us to help with whatever you may need today. So please let us know if you need our assistance in any way. General Affairs 1st Division is tasked with the management and operation of Orchis Tower. In other words, it's our duty to see that the conference and waiting rooms for today were fully prepared. Things have been hectic for a while, but we finally managed to finish up just a bit ago. Praise be to ideas that we managed to finish preparation in time for the conference. I don't want us to rest on our laurels just yet, but all we can do for a moment is await the start of the proceedings. A magazine entitled Mach Speed is sitting surprisingly still on the couch. Learned the new orbital car pattern, cool paintwork. So Mayor Crois is going to show all of you around personally, huh? He's really taking a shine to the SSS. Then again, there's a reason people say you guys are his favorite division of the police. Officers T. Bordeaux? I don't know if I'd go that far. Hey, don't get me wrong, it's not that I'm bitter or anything. Sorry that it came out that way, though. Truth be told, I like you guys too. I'll be rooting for the SSS. Our duties today may be different, but I'm glad we have a chance to work together like this. Thank you for saying so. It would seem that in only half a year we have gone from zeros to heroes. Feels like just yesterday when the Force were calling us bargain bin bracers and sideshow monkeys. Did they really? I guess infighting is just one of those things every organization has to deal with. Yeah, some people really had it out for you back then. Don't let it get to you though. No one's stubborn enough to keep saying those things now. But enough about that, let's all work hard and do our best today, huh? Sure thing. There are 3 elevators? No, you're just showing off. Well, the building is 40 stories tall. And just for record, there are actually 6 elevators if you count the ones reserved for private use. That's impressive. Keep in mind that we don't have time today to visit every floor. Certainly, we'll have to limit ourselves to those related to the conference. Now, without further ado, let us begin with the 34th floor where the security command room is stationed. After you. I see. I heard the same from Dudley. It's quite a tricky situation we find ourselves in. Yeah. The Jaegers and Heiyu are cause for concern, not to mention whatever it is the Imperial Republic and governments are up to. On top of that, there are terrorists aiming to take the lives of 2 heads of state. And that isn't even including yesterday's mystery hacker. Would I be right in assuming that the stolen blueprints originated from one of your processing units? Regrettably, yes. It would appear a sub-terminal of Orchis Tower was hacked into. After the IBC was hacked months ago, I had our systems department boost their anti-hacking countermeasures. But clearly it wasn't enough. When you think about it though, hacking isn't exactly the most commonplace skill. Yep, the most logical culprit would have to be someone with ties to the Epstein Foundation. Chief Roberts is currently looking into that possibility. But my intuition tells me that isn't the case this time. No matter, all we can do is wait for the results of this investigation. The Jaeger Corps, a crime syndicate, the looming threat of terrorists. There's plenty to worry about already. What's most troublesome, however, are the motives of a number of our esteemed dignitaries. In other words, what some of the leaders are hoping to gain from the conference. You're saying you're suspicious of the people you yourself invited? I have no misgivings about Princess Claudia or Prince Oliver, mind you. And the Grand Prince of Remiferia has given me no reason to doubt him either. Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith, however, are another matter entirely. The leaders of the two major powers. They have the most to gain from controlling Crossbill's future. Have they tipped their hands on that front already? Quite the opposite, actually. We've already sent preliminary proposals for various treaties into courts to each country ahead of a conference. Both sides have reacted suspiciously favorably toward everything we've suggested thus far. The way we're behaving, you would think those two were all for equitable growth in Western Zamoria. That seems unlikely, to say the least. The Empire and Republic tend to clash over even the smallest issues. Correct. The sudden shifts in disposition make me all the more uncertain about how this conference might unfold. I've already prepared for the worst case scenario, mentally speaking. That seems wise. So on top of all the immediate danger, we're stuck in a political trap too? Times like this are when I'm glad to have Speaker McDowell to lean on. If we play our cards right, we should also have the support of Liberal Remiferia during these negotiations. Come what may, my heart is steeled. The only thing more I can do is pray that Adios is in our corner as well. Uncle. It's hard to believe you have even more on your plate today than I realized. I'm sorry to take up your time in this tour. Don't mention it. On the contrary, I relish the opportunity for a nice change of pace. That's why I insisted that I be the one to show all of you around. Well, when you put it that way, it would be our honor, Mr. Mayor. Heck yeah, we're down if you are. That's what I like to hear. Perfect timing, we have arrived. Incredible. Whoa! It's absolutely amazing. Boy, is it. Get a load of that view. I'm glad you all find it as satisfying as I do. This is the 34th floor, where much of its staff will be on standby during the trade conference. Are you ready to have a look around? Lead the way, Mr. Mayor. Here we have the security command room, and there's the press room next door. There will be a company of guardsmen from the CGF on the floor below, in the event of any terrorist infiltration. Right, I remember being briefed about that. I bet they're gonna send the best the CGF has to offer. I suppose the press room is where Grace will be spending all of her time? You mean the reporter from the Crossbell Times? That's right, I believe I saw a name on the list, so we can expect she'll be attending. Bear in mind that the press aren't permitted to leave this floor, with the exception of a press conference or any scheduled interviews. Sounds reasonable enough. It's necessary. Sometimes reporters can get a little pushy for a Q&A session, enough to slip past security even. Grace likely accounts for most of those instances, if not all of them. I can already picture us dragging her away from somewhere she's not supposed to be. Allow me to take the opportunity to show you into this room. Well now, this is more my kind of place. It looks like a break room, but it's so spacious. Precisely. This is a lounge I prepared for a conference. Feel free to use it yourself during your downtime. Thank you. We'll be sure to. You could always stop by for tea later. Let's head to the next floor, shall we? Is this an emergency stairwell? Looks like the way going down is sealed off though. Normally you'd be able to use these stairs to descend all the way to the first floor. However, we've sealed them off in preparation for the conference. Only the stairs between floors 34, 45 and 46 will be open. In other words, it's a security measure. What do people do in case of emergency, say if an earthquake occurs? Should such an event come to pass, the gates to the stairwell will automatically open. Which just goes to show that no security plan is foolproof, not when we have to account for the unexpected. True, we do our part to cover any possible gaps. Devising anti-hacking protocols will be a necessity, it seems. Since we're here, why don't you take the stairs? Next up, 35th floor, home to the International Conference Room. Oh. Is this it? That's right. Before you is the stage upon which world leaders will pursue the elusive dream that is diplomacy. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the International Conference Room. It's incredible. I've never seen anything like it. You must have had to take a chunk out of the next floor with how high the ceiling is. As it so happens, the 36th floor was designed in the shape of a U as to accommodate the conference room. The antechambers to either side will house the staff of each respective dignitary. The personal security details will all be on standby there as well. Oh, that's smart. Well, they all have to go somewhere, don't they? Let's move to the final floor of our tour, shall we? Rooms prepared on this floor will be provided to the dignitaries participating in the conference. Allow me to show you around. After you. Wow, check this place out. Talk about swanky. If you give me a room like this, I don't think I'd want to leave. This one will serve as a waiting lounge for Prince Oliver. There are rooms in the West Wing as well, one assigned for each visiting participant. They also double as spaces to cool one's head should things get too heated during the conference. That makes sense. Are these rooms filled with the orbital cables as well? That's right. They requested that the wiring be inconspicuously installed. Now then, why don't we put the other rooms aside for now? You see, there's one final place I'd like to show you. Good afternoon, Mayor Crois. Good to see you today, sir. At ease, gentlemen. From these windows, you'll be able to command a full view of a conference as it progresses. There are curtains to make things private should a confidential meeting take place, but they'll be open on this occasion. Good to know. This way we can get a quick glance at how the conference is going while we're on patrol. That's right, and if anything were to happen, we could rush in as soon as we saw it. We should make this a routine stop on our route then. With that, you've now seen all 3 floors that will be part of your security rounds. However, if you would allow me, there's one more place I've been saving for last. You mean that wasn't it? Huh. So where are we going? Is it obvious? The spot with the best view of all! The roof. Wow! Look at that. It's breathtaking. Wow, words don't do it justice. Not in the least. The rest of the city looks like a miniature model from this far up. Dang, McSmoosh's whole get-together was after dark, but the view at night's insane. This little area will eventually become an observation deck for the public. It would be a terrible waste after all to restrict something so marvelous to government officials only. I'm sure people will love it. I can't wait for us to take Kia here too. Oh, pardon me. Crois here? Is it so? Understood. I'll be right there. I just received word that the dignitaries have arrived at the tower. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll have to take my leave here. Not at all. Thank you for showing us around. We appreciated it. Boy, did we. That was something else. It was a tour of a lifetime. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thank you as well. I'll be seeing you all. Good luck with your security duties, and remember, give it everything you got. We won't let you down. It's the least I could do to pay you back for that letter of recommendation. Adios be with you. I'll be praying for your success at the conference. As will I. Alright, let's make our way back to Dudley. You should be in the security command room on the 34th floor by now. Now the real work begins. Here's hoping this goes smoothly. Yeah, fingers crossed. The same day at 1 AM. I hereby call to order the main session of the West Zemuria Trade Conference. I, Henry McDowell, shall have the honor of officiating the proceedings. The conference is scheduled to run for approximately 5 hours, during which there will be one intermission period. However, depending on how deliberations are progressing, a limited extension may be granted. I would now like to introduce you to 2 observers who will be joining us for the conference. Lawyer Ian Grimwood. He is a legal expert who is active not only in Crossbell, but our surrounding nations as well. I requested that he attend today's conference due to his familiarity with both common and international law. It is a pleasure to be here, everyone. I am Ian Grimwood, at your service. So this must be Crossbell's famous Grizzly Grim. Yes, I've heard of you as well. They are primarily concerned with issues regarding civil rights. It's an honor to meet you. You flatter me. I hope my expertise proves useful to everyone today. Next, Racer Arius McLean. You may recognize the name from his many outstanding achievements in our neighboring countries. I request that he too attend as a neutral observer on behalf of the Bracer Guild to further ensure our safety here today. That is correct. I'm Arius McLean. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. So, this is the Divine Blade of Wind. The speaker assumes right. Your reputation greatly precedes you, even over in the Republic. Tales of your deeds reach the Imperial capital as well. People often speak of Crossbell's Divine Blade, a man swathed in wind-born might. I'm honored. Without further ado, we will begin by going over each proposal on today's docket. Mayor Crois will be our first proponent. The floor is yours, Mayor Crois. Thank you. Now, if you would all direct your attention to Bill number 1 in your provided materials. It's begun. Yeah. We already knew that Arius would be here, but I had no idea Mr. Grimwood was going to play a role too. It would seem his moniker of Grizzly Grim is well known outside of Crossbell as well. Keep in mind, conferences such as these are meant for establishing accords and agreements between governing bodies. As such, it's necessary to have someone on hand with expertise in international and common law. Ah, I see. And who would make a better advisor for that than Grizzly Grim himself? It's nice if you can see the start of a conference at all, but this stuff is way over my head. It's not as though it's our place to be concerned with the actual discussions during the conference. Focus on what matters most, making sure today passes without incident. Understood. Should we begin as planned? Yes, I've tasked you with patrolling the 34th, 35th, and 36th stories. Everyone on these floors should know who you are and why you're there. I'd advise you to take time to speak with members of the media and the staff of the dignitaries. Roger that. Good, I'll be heading back to the 34th floor now. May Aegis protect you. Call me if anything happens. Dudley is usually pretty steely, but even he is on edge today. I noticed too. It's hard to imagine today ending peacefully after what we experienced last night. I agree. We're going to need to be hyper-vigilant on these patrols. No kidding. What do you say, leader? Ready to get this show on the road? I am. Let's follow Dudley's advice and speak with all the other parties present. Okay, but we start our patrol next time. And until then, I say, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.